Welcome to this Sunday virtual class sponsored by the BYU Library Family History in Provo, Utah. Our class is presented today by Jerroleen Sorensen, and the topic is How Do I Use the Help and Learning Center on FamilySearch? Jerroleen has an extensive background in family history and genealogical research, and we're grateful that she's willing to share her methods with us, and especially on this subject. So I'll now turn the time over to her.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm so happy to be able to do this particular subject because I love the new FamilySearch Help and Learning Center. It's not been out terribly long, and I think it's a big improvement on the old one. It's got a lot of really good help available to us, and whether we're helping other people or teaching other people or just doing our own research, even if we're really experts, almost can even learn things from this beautiful Help and Learning Center. So I'm going to teach you today how to use it. Okay, so the first thing is, a lot of people call and ask me fairly simple questions that they probably could answer themselves. I don't mind answering them, of course, but sometimes if you can find something that's in writing, it's a little bit easier to remember how to do it. So it's there. There's plenty of help on FamilySearch. You just have to know how to find it. So the first question is, where is it? And if you look on the home page or any other page that you're on in FamilySearch, there will be this row, which I explained in the Little Known Secrets. But today we're just going to talk about that question mark in the circle. And that is the help button. So when you click on that question mark, you're going to be able to get into the help panel. Now, there's another little thing I just want to say, and that is you can also just Google FamilySearch help, and it will come up with the help and learning page. If you click on the question and you get the panel, you'll get other little things that you can do. Another thing you can do, of course, is always just Google the topic that you're interested in finding on the help. And that sometimes actually works better in a certain way than trying to find it on the Help Center, because Google's got their search engine down to a miraculous piece of work. So you can often find things a little bit faster doing it that way. So I love to Google my help questions. You don't have to sign in and you don't have to have an account to use FamilySearch Help. You do, however, if you want to go ahead and use FamilySearch, of course, you need to have an account. You can also find help on the mobile app by clicking on the three lines that are on the left-hand corner of your phone. Then you scroll down to the bottom and you click on help. The mobile app help is not anything like really as the one on the browser. It's not going to give you all those features. So it's fairly basic, but it is there. And so when you click on that button, you're going to see this panel, and you can move the panel around the page so it doesn't block whatever you're looking at. And you can also make it larger or smaller. It will open to the right by clicking and dragging, changing it, or changing the size. You can access help from any page on FamilySearch. And if you do access it on a different page from the home page, it will give you topics under that suggested topics section there. It will give you topics that are specific to that particular page that you're looking at. So like if you're looking in the family tree, it will give you pages that articles that have to do with how to use the family tree, for example. When you click on that button overview, it will take you to a little section that will give you updates on features on FamilySearch and new things. I don't use it very often, but occasionally it's kind of, it does give you kind of information that you can use on, how they're always improving it. Now, the first part you want to learn about is here, this search bar. Okay, so do a topic search in the search bar. Do make it fairly specific, but oftentimes, especially if you're on a page, it will just automatically find what you're looking for. in the panel. So there you can see I put how do I merge, and what came up was automatic, the possible duplicates feature. Now that's an actual article, and you can open the article in a new tab. You can read it in the panel. You can open it up as an article itself. If you want to open the panel larger to read the article a little bit easier, you can do that, as I mentioned. If you change a page and you want to, and like it changes the help there, you can click on back and it'll take you back to the same article that you were on before. If you click on the suggested topics that come up when you open it in a different page, it'll give you different suggestions. But like I say, you can go back to return to the other page, and then you can click on open a new tab, as I mentioned. So the second thing is getting started. Once you've kind of gotten used to family search and how to do history, this one might not be quite as useful to you. But if you're helping someone, for example, that doesn't have a lot of experience with family search or with family history, this can be a very good place for them to go. If you are also a beginner or kind of like intermediate, maybe, this can also give you some good places to go. So it will take you to the getting started page, and it looks sort of like this. These are the boxes on the getting started page. There are 9 topics there on that getting started page, and you can see quite a variety of things. So on that page, you have find ancestor ordinances. This is for LDS members, and it will give you instructions on how to use Ordinance Ready. It has a try it button that takes you to Ordinances Ready. Then there's Make Family Discoveries. It has a quick search feature which lets you like put in a name of an ancestor and maybe some information and see if you can find them. It's okay. I mean, it's just kind of like, oh, is my person here on Family Search kind of thing. It explains how to connect yourself into Family Tree by putting in your direct line ancestors. It has a Learn More button that will take you to the Family Tree overview page with a View Tree button, and that will take you to your pedigree chart. So eventually you can get to your pedigree page, the one that is the Family Tree page, through that. Make Personal Discoveries kind of fun. It has All About Me, which tells you like things like what happened the day you were born, things like that. Tells you about your name. It also has a surname search. It's kind of interesting. It tells you how many records there are in Family Search with that surname that are indexed. It has a historical records search feature and gives you some sample records. They're not necessarily your ancestors. It gives, I mean, it will have their surname, but it's not necessarily on your tree. It gives profiles of people with that surname. Again, not necessarily your direct ancestors. It has sample memories so that you can kind of see what kinds of things people have put in for that surname. And it also gives last name information, which that can be actually interesting. My name is Hicken, and my maiden name, and it comes from Hicks Botham, which is like a swampy, marshy area. So the next page is Start Your Genealogy. So if you're a person who's not really worked too much with family history or with family search, it gives you 4 tips. They are Learn from Living Family. You can go to a Tips for Contacting Living Relatives button. And actually, that's really helpful even if you have done it before. It also has a Record My Story button. So you can find audio memory, the audio memories function on that page. See what others have already discovered. That takes you to find on the Family Tree. And then Find an Ancestor Details. That's got the Historical Records button to the Historical Records page. And that page, of course, has the tips button. So I recommend that. And Consider a DNA Test. It gives you a little bit more, takes you to a page with some information about how to do DNA tests. Then you have Save Family Memories, which just explains how to upload and share photos. And so if you've forgotten about how to do that, you can find it here on the Getting Started. It also tells how to record a memory or a story in a Family Search. Create a Family Tree is basically first steps of how to get into the Family Tree and how to add people to the Family Tree. It has a Try It to your pedigree chart. It tells you how to do record hints, and it sends you to some sample hints that you can, like if you're one of those people that really loves to attach hints, it will send you to some hints that you can attach. It sends you to a mobile app link so you can attach that to your phone. And also, if you want to know who your ward, temple, and family history leader is, it will give you their information. Find Ancestors in Records explains just search basics with try it to search historical records and gives you some next steps to once you've started. Get Involved explains indexing. It also has a try it button. And Family History Fun has a lot of really cool activities. It's sort of the discovery from going at it from a different page, but it has some really fun stuff. So you can look at all the activities on the View All button. That's a fantastic thing to do with your grandkids or your kids. These Family History Fun pages, they're just really lots of fun. So then back to the help panel. The next thing you're going to look at is the help and learning page, which is that's just the section that's all about help and how to do things with Family Search. So when you click on that, it will take you to the page that has this heading, Help and Learning. You can see there are 4 menu pages there, Help and Learning, Classes and Videos, Community, and One-on-One Help. So within those, there are different sections that will be useful. So this is the page itself with the search bar. Now the search bar is at the top, and then underneath it are all the different topics that are in help. So you can click by those. And then underneath is these pictures that you can click on. So when you click on those pictures, then you'll go to different pages. So the Getting Started pages, those are basically the same things. That's the same thing that we just talked about. Resetting a password. This is really important to know where this is because it can be really painful otherwise. So if you go to this page, resetting a password, this will help you to recapture your username and password. You can also do that in settings. So if you already know that where settings is and all that, you can do it there too. But this is a nice place for people when you're helping other people to do it. Learning from Experts sends you to the Roots Tech On Demand library. There are so many wonderful, amazing things in those sessions that you will just love it. And then frequently asked questions, that can be kind of helpful if you're asking a question that's, a lot of people ask. When you do the search bar, now there's some things that you really need to know about when you do a search from the search bar. If you just type your question in the search bar, you will get a huge, like thousands and thousands of results. And so, for example, I put in merging profile pages. I got 2,291 results with that. And most of them were not what I wanted. I would have had to search and search to find the thing that I was looking for. I would have had better luck doing it on the helper panel. But it is just not that great because the search engine finds everything that has those 3 words in it. So it's kind of scattershot. So instead of doing that, what you want to do is click on the topic first. Okay, so click on the topic that you want. And in this case, I would have clicked on family tree, and then I would have typed it in and I would have found the link to that very easily. So it's important to use those help by topic links. Don't skip that stage or you'll be sorry. Then when you get the list of articles that you saw there and you find the one that you want, like for example, if the article was called How Do I Use Family Search Memories to Preserve My Ancestors' Life Stories, you would click on that and it would take you to the article for that topic in the help. In each article, if it's a process, it will give you step-by-step instructions. It also gives Family Tree Lite instructions when they're available on Family Tree Lite, and it also gives you mobile app instructions when that function is available on the mobile app. It will also give you other information that answers the question. Then when you get down to the bottom of the article, you'll find related articles, and those can be super, super helpful. Then you don't have to go looking anymore for other things in help. You just follow those articles, those related articles, and it's really, really good. Now, these are just some tips, and I know that if you can take a screenshot of this, it would be good for you to use for every search you do on any search engine, because most search engines use these Boolean terms. So I find, as I said, it's sometimes easier to search Google for the topic you're looking for. If you do that, they'll be sure to include Family Search in your Google search terms, or it'll come up with other things. But if you're going to do a search on Family Search or Google or other types of searches in other search engines, these are some tips for you to do. And the first thing is, it's a good idea to just use a few keywords first when you're starting. The second thing is use Boolean search terms. And I'm not going to go through these terms, but they make a huge difference when you're searching, whether you're searching in books, for example, on Family Search. Use the Boolean search terms when you're looking up things in Google on any kind of thing. It's a really big help. Okay, so this will be in the handout, so you'll have this available to you if you'll get the handout from the website as well. But yeah, it's just a super good. I found this extremely helpful. Then there's the most recent article section on the Help and Learning page as well, and it will send you to new articles about help that are in help and other things that maybe have changed that they needed to change in articles. So these are the things that are most recent. You can read more articles. And then this is really, really helpful. And this is where a lot of people don't know what to do. And so they kind of go, what do I do? What do I do? This is SelfHelp Resources. And this will tell you basically how to help yourself in research and in Family Search. So the first one is the Research Wiki. And this, if you click on the Search the Wiki button, it will take you to the Wiki. And the Family Search blog is another one. And then the third one is the Learning Center. The Research Wiki, I've done several YouTube videos that are on our site and on YouTube about the Wiki. I can't stress enough how it's important to use it. So that's one place you can get there. Of course, you can also get there from the homepage in the search tab. And then the Family Search blog, it will send you to the blog, which has some really great stuff like things you didn't know about the Chinese lunar calendar. I mean, where can you find stuff like this besides on Family Search? It's just great. So you can search those articles on the blog by categories. So they have like a whole list of categories on the right-hand side, and you just look down and you see what category you're looking for, and then you can search the blog and it will bring up a list of different articles about that particular thing. You can also search just search a general search by clicking on the magnifying glass in the right-hand corner. That kind of has the same problem that the other search has. You can subscribe to the blog, and I think everybody should subscribe to the Family Search blog. It's really great. They send you an email a couple times a month, and it tells you what's new in the blog and on Family Search. And so it's really fun to read those articles. And then the Learning Center, Build Skills, Make Progress, sends you to the Learning Center page when you click on the Learn More button. This is the Learning Center. So the Learning Center is actually like a school for genealogists. It's just a wonderful resource for every person who wants to do genealogy, beginning to advanced. And you can search the Learning Center just like you can with Help. It will send you to articles, and in the Wiki, it will send you to videos and other things. But there are things that are sort of more specific. So the first one is the Getting Started classes. So this is for people who maybe need a little bit of help with learning how to do the research. There's Research Process. This is a great article, or it's a video series on how to do research. I always send people to this when they're beginning because it tells you exactly what you need to do to be a good researcher. U.S. Census Research Techniques and Strategies is another really good series, and that the second part sends you to that one. And I Didn't Know You Could Search Like That is another really awesome series that kind of gives you ways to search within Family Search. They're very, very good. And even if you're a good researcher already, I highly recommend them. I just think they're great. The second one is the Instructional Resources. The first is Research Basics, then you have Family Tree Basics and Technology Skills. They are doing homeland research. They haven't quite got that one completed yet, so that's not up yet. The Research Basics is a series of instructional resources that will teach you basically how to do research. It's like taking a genealogy class in college is what that is. I mean, it's just really awesome. And I highly recommend that. Family Tree Basics is the same thing, but it's for using family tree. And then the Family Search Library Technology Skills is the same thing for using the library. How do you use the library technology, the scanners and things like that? Some of these things may be a little bit out of date in all of them, but I think most of them are fairly up to date. I have found some things that are a little bit out of date as far as, things get changed all the time when you're talking about software. But most things, especially in the research basics, are going to be pretty much always good information without having to say, oh, I don't think that's right. And then recently added lessons. There are 228 pages on this that you can look at, and you can see the types of things that these are things that you can look at that have just barely been put up on the Learning Center, so they're new ones. And then there's the last one is looking for something else. There's classes and videos, community, and one-on-one help. And social media, of course, that's we have FamilySearch has Facebook pages and pages on Twitter, and it also has on the Instagram. Okay, so this is the classes and videos. There are thousands, literally thousands of videos about genealogy and family search in the library. It's in the Learning Center library. It's amazing how many videos there are. So if you learn by listening, and most of you people seem to be able to do that since you listen to me, these are really, really great to learn about different subjects that have to do with genealogy. So you've got several different types. You have the free online classes, so you can attend actually these types of webinars for Family Search that Family Search does the same way that you do us. You just click the Find a Class button, and then that goes to the Research Wiki, and it has a schedule of all their upcoming online classes from Family Search. Don't neglect us for Family Search, but they have some really good classes too. Past classes can be accessed in the Wiki article called Classes in the Learning Center. You can also search in the Wiki for family history classes and webinars, or under the category Family Search Learning Center classes. So that gives you different ways to reach basically the same classes series. It will send you also to Roots Tech, the Roots Tech library, like I talked about. It will send you to Family Search's YouTube channel. They have a lot of helpful videos. Again, a lot of them are outdated, but that's you just don't watch a video generally that's 4 years old, because the information is probably not going to be that useful. But just some of them are still useful, but a good portion of them will be outdated if they're more than a year or so old. Then find the links to the Family Search social media, as I talked about, Facebook and so on. Then the next part is on the help panel. We'll go back to that, is the community button there. This is also on the Help and Learning page, by the way. So you can get to community either on the panel or on the Help and Learning section. So the community will take you to the community page, and many of you probably already are aware of that page. But this is not the community page for the countries. This is the community page for Family Search, and they have a really great like if you ask a question there, and you'll get a really good answer, sometimes more specific and more detailed, more up to date than what you'll get on some of those help articles, which are always, they're trying to always update things in the help, but sometimes the people that are on there, they work for Family Search, and so they're fully aware of what's going on all the time. So the community page is really good for help. If you click on groups, you can get help from other people in interest groups of various types. If you click on Family Search Help, then user contributors and people who work for Family Search will be able to answer your questions. You can find discussions and ask questions by clicking on the topic categories, as you can see here on the right. People, again, they'll contribute to those categories. Okay, so community is a great source of help. Then the other thing that's on the Help and Learning page is the one-on-one family search support. Okay. And a lot of people just get so confused when they click on the Help and Learning panel there, where it says contact us. You can see there where it says contact us on that page, because they go there and they see these maps and that doesn't have North America right there in your face. It's just like all these maps. And you're like, what is this? So it does say select a region below, but you have to scroll if you live in North America to get there. So when you get to the United States and Canada, you click on that and then it takes you to the page. Okay, so then it will tell you the hours of operations of Family Search Support, and it will also give you a phone number you can call, and you can call them or you can email them, and they'll get back to you. Sometimes you have to call more than once to get a person who knows the answer to your question, because they're missionaries like me and others in our library that, maybe some of them have not been there as long as others, so they might need to refer you to somebody else, or you might need to call again. But that's okay, right? We're volunteers. We do the best we can. Like I said, you can also contact us, click on contact us there, and it takes you to that map page, which then takes you to the support page. Okay, there's also on that one-on-one help page a Find a Family Search Center. They have discontinued the lookup service at Family Search as of tomorrow, and so there will not be lookups. So from now on, we're going to have to go to our Family Search Centers or our Family Search affiliate libraries. You should probably take a screenshot of this page as well, or get the handouts, because there are several ways to find the search center near you, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but if you click on Find a Family Search Center there, it will send you to a page that has all the locations on it, and then you can find it from there. Also, under one-on-one help, you have Talk to a Local Consultant. That will let you find local people who work in the family history or the Family Search Center in family history in your local center. If you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they will direct you to your church temple and family history leader. If you click on schedule a research consultation, these are really great. They're 20 minutes. If you do DNA, there are two types of DNA consultations you can do. Those are 40 minutes. You will get a consultation with me, my husband, or a bunch of other people who volunteer, who have had a lot of experience doing research and genealogy, and can answer a lot of different types of questions. And what you want to do when you do this is go to the page that you'll go to when you click on this, scroll down to the country that you want to get a consultation about, go all the way to the bottom if you need a DNA consultation, click on that and sign up for that country. And that way you'll get somebody who knows about that country. Because like if you were to get a general consultation with me and you asked me a question about Czech Republic, I might be able to answer that question. But if you had somebody who actually knew Czech Republic genealogy, you'd be much more likely to get a good answer. But what we do on those consultations is we help you identify next steps. We don't do research for you, and we give you information that we found that you might not have about your area of focus. We won't look up records for you. We won't do translations, and we can't solve like extensive research problems. We can just tell you maybe you should do this next, kind of a thing. You can find translations, however, if you go to the community section for your country that you're looking for. So you can actually ask people to translate things on there, and the people who work for Family Search and are supposed to do that will do it there. Now, of course, this is in parentheses, the BYU Family History Library Missionaries, like in our website that you're on now, we're always happy to help. And we will do that on Zoom as well. You don't have to get an application form or anything like that. You just come into our website, you click on it, Virtual Family History Help, and we will help you with sometimes more extensive research questions than we can do in the 20 minutes. I mean, you can imagine 20 minutes, you can't do a whole lot, but I know I've helped a lot of people with a lot of things in 20 minutes. So it's actually a good thing. It's a good service. And like I said, the record lookup service, which is still on the page, has been disconnected. Then we have the helper resources. This is for people who are called as family history leaders. And so there, if you click on that, it's got articles and resources that are just specializing in your calling as a helper to other people. And so that's basically it. Help is only a click or 2 or 3 away if you go to the Help and Learning Center.